CHAMPS at the state finals, presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And the Detroit Medical Center. Do you have a sports injury, or are you just looking to take your game to the next level? Go where the pros go. Visit dmc.org/gamechangers.
Hey everyone, welcome inside the State Champs Sports Network studios for another State Championship edition. This, the team wrestling state finals in the state of Michigan. We love doing these programs because it's always something to behold when you get the best teams in the state going at it in the zoo. Now, what we have traditionally is what we have this year, and that means perennial powers back competing for state titles. We had several-time champions. We did have a first-timer, and we had one of the greatest rivalries that we've had since the beginning of state champs going at it in Division III. Lots to behold. Check it out.
I'm Kevin Chorozinski, and we start in Division IV. We had the 3 seed, Clinton, going up against the number 1 seed and 3-time defending state champs, the Hudson Tigers, who took care of Manchester in the semis to get here. And we get it started in the 119 weight class. Tyler Bolenball for Hudson was going up against Zach Shadley. The junior, Bolenball, gets the ankle pick for 2 points, as he would go on to win by decision. Next to 125. The sophomore, Jackson Miller, for the Tigers just needed over 90 seconds in against Brian Baker as he gets the far side cradle for the fall. We had a contested battle in the 130 weight class with Caden Natale for Hudson and Landis Gilman. The junior, Natale, gets to stand up for the 1-point escape as he would go on to win 5-4 in decision. Then, to 135. CJ Barrow for Hudson was going up against George Ames, and in the opening minute of the match, the junior, Barrow, gets the far side cradle for another fall as Hudson takes the first 4 matches to go up 18-0. Clinton, looking to win its first state title in any boys sport, would respond in 140 weight class. The junior, AJ Baxter, was taking on Aiden Barrett. Baxter would cut back for the double leg takedown as he would go on to win in a tech fall to get the Redskins on the board. Then, in the next match, 145, Kent McCombs was going up against Calix Campbell, and the sophomore McCombs was in complete control as he gets the Easton tilt, as he would go on to win in another tech fall for Clinton, 15-0. Back comes Hudson in the 152 weight class. A good battle here as Dylan Smith took on Spencer Kuntz. The junior, Smith, gets the double leg takedown, as he would go on to win by decision, 3-2. Tigers now lead the match 21-10. The Redskins would respond in the 160 weight class. Noah Deschano going toe-to-toe with Logan Salos. The senior gets the far side cradle for 2 points as he would go on to win in decision. Next up in 171, the junior Braden Randolph coming in with a 47-4 record up against Cameron Underwood. Randolph would dominate in his match here with the double leg takedown as he would go on to win on the tech fall. And that momentum carried over in 189. Logan Badge for Clinton taking on Ethan Harris. The sophomore, Badge, came in undefeated at 29-0. Gets the inside trip to Double Grapevine for the fall. And the Redskins take the lead for the first time at 24-21. Then, the junior, Jack Vole, wasted very little time in his match against Kyle Mole in the 215 weight class. How about this, 31 seconds here with the double overhooks for the fall. And that gives the Redskins another 6 points. Next up to the heavyweights, with Will Feltz of Clinton battling it out with Seth Musgrave. The junior Feltz with the double underhook. Redskins now leading 33-21. Hudson needed to pin out to tie the match, but Clinton would be too much. Here in 103, Connor Buse would get the cradle counter for the reversal on Dallas Pibbles to win in decision. As Clinton goes on to beat Hudson to claim the D4 title, it's the first state championship in any boys sport in school history.
You know, we've been working for this for a long time, falling short 2 years in a row kind of is really heartbreaking, coming back. We're working all year for this. We've been through a lot of adversity, through sickness, through injury, through mental fatigue, and we've just been grinding out in practice and just working together as a team and a family, and just getting this done is a real accomplishment for us.
This is a community win. This is a program win. This has everything to do with the kind of support that we're given in our community. Our community loves our schools, and they support us tremendously. This is our gift back to them, and thanking them for their support.
7 years ago, we didn't even have one state qualifier individually. We had to pay for a ticket to sit in the stands and watch. We sat there with some of our kids, and they started to believe in the process. And I don't know if I can put it into words. It's the first in our school history for boys. Our girls softball's won a couple, but it's the first one in school history for a boys program to have a few seconds. Our 28 kids own that forever. It's special.
I'm Chuck Pellerito. Let's keep it rolling into Division III. Familiar foes faced off in the finals for the 10th time in the last 11 years. 22-1 Dundee Vikings took on the 25-6 Richmond Blue Devils. We begin with the 119-pounders. Josh Brown for the Blue Devils and Jacob Fenbert for the Vikings. In the first, Brown uses the broomstick single leg counter to get the reversal. Then in the third, he'll get the arm drag, get the takedown, and get the decision to take the opening match for Richmond. At 125, we saw Aiden Davis for Dundee and J.D. Gross for Richmond battle it out. Closing seconds of the first period. Davis going to get the Russian arm for the go-behind takedown. Then in the second, Davis would be able to get the crossface ankle for a defensive takedown. He would get the major decision, putting the Vikings in front. 130 had Austin Fights face off with Austin Kilburn, and it was a close one. No scoring in the first period. In the second, Fights trying to escape, but Kilburn brings him back with a big mat return. We were tied up at 4 after regulation, and it would be Fights pulling the single leg back in bounds, get the trip finish for the takedown and the sudden victory. Casey Swiderski and Austin Bergeon were up next with 135-pounders. And in the first, Swiderski would get the snap down for the go-behind takedown, and in the second, he would use a Russian arm to the fireman's for another takedown, but would be able to turn this one into a pinfall for the Vikings' third straight victory. Kyle Uhas for Dundee and Caleb Zatowicz for Richmond. Early stages here, and Uhas going to use a cement mixer to the go-behind for a takedown, then turn that into a claw lift. Starting off the second, Uhas using the Granby roll to get the reversal and earn himself a major decision. In 145, we had Christian Killian for the Vikings and Kevin McKieran for the Blue Devils. The two working near the boundary line. Killian going to get the knee pull single leg takedown, and he would go on to get the 9-0 major decision. And we keep going on up for the 152-pounders. Reagan Rewalt of Richmond taking on Tyler Swiderski of Dundee. Swiderski would get the single leg dump early in the match, and still in the first period, he would hit a head inside single to get the fall, and Dundee is running away with this one. At 160 pounds, we saw the Vikings Dominic Lamazzo and Kevin Resk for the Blue Devils. Lamazzo seen it last match, so he tried himself. He'd get the head inside single, but he'd only get the takedown from it. He would get the major decision in the end, though. At 171, Stoney Buell did battle with Wesley Peters, and Buell would start off quick with a single leg and the takedown. He would go ahead and dominate the rest of this match, earning a major decision, 8-0. Our final match of the night saw the 103-pounders go at it. Braden Davis for the Vikings took on Noah Harris. Right off the start, Davis going to shoot and get the pancake for a takedown and near fall, and in the second, Davis will get the chicken wing and pull Harris down to get the fall. As Dundee wins their third straight state title, topping their rivals, Richmond.
These guys just kept doing it. And then came this weekend, there's no stage fright, none of that. It was all about, let's keep doing what we've been doing and just keep scoring points and keep attacking like they were. And it was a lot of fun to work with this group all year.
I'm feeling real pumped about the state tournament, and what just happened here, we just showed how good we really are, and it was fun.
I chose Lawrence Tech for the architecture program and volleyball team. Architecture is a great fit for me because I love math and design. Now I combine them with technology to create beautiful structures. At Lawrence Tech, I didn't have to wait until my third year to start designing. Our hands-on education begins right from day one. And I'm really excited about LTU's Design Center in Detroit. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Asiago, butter. Honey, look at this. 40,000 flavor combinations, and I've had almost every one. Asiago, butter, cheese, Cajun. The flavored crust combinations are endless. It's the greatest thing that ever happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
To get more pizza? Yeah.
No, to call your mother. Wow.
Don't go. I need that equation.
Now get a meal deal to fit any budget at the home of flavored crust.
Hungry?
Howie!
Hi, I'm Laura Ramus with DMC Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. And today on Game Changers, we're going to be going over blood flow restriction training. Blood flow restriction is a training technique used by adolescent to elite athletes to improve performance. It's also utilized by athletes if they're injured or had surgery for the rehabilitation process. What it includes is restricting your blood flow in both your arms and your legs to help increase strength. And it does this by letting you use a lighter load or less weight and still get the benefits of a heavy load or a heavy weight. Start with some bicep exercises. We pump up the cuffs, and he's going to use a light weight. In this case, only 5 pounds. But this 5-pound bicep curl with the BFR bands on allows him to get the same benefit as bicep curling 25 pounds. You'll start out with about 15 repetitions. He'll rest for a minute in between, and then repeat that 15 repetitions for 3 sets with 1 minute rests in between. So add BFR training while you're in your season to maintain your strength without fatiguing your performance. Or if you've had an injury, you can recover a lot quicker by having less load on that injured tissue and get back onto the field sooner.
To find a DMC location near you specializing in blood flow restriction therapy, call 313-910-9328 or visit dmc.org/gamechangers.
Welcome back to State Champs at the State Championships, the team wrestling state finals. We're going to go back to Kalamazoo for Divisions 1 and 2.
I'm Chuck Pellerino when we move on to Division 2. The top 2 seeds squaring off as undefeated Gaylord Blue Devils took on the top-ranked 14-4 Lowell Red Arrows, searching for their 7th consecutive state title. We'll kick things off at 119. Nick Corhorn for the Red Arrows took on Gus James of the Blue Devils. We pick it up in the third period, and Corhorn going to hit a hip slip and get the reversal. He'll be able to work that and pull the arm over to collect 3 more near-fall points and go on to get the Red Arrows the major decision. Moving up to 125, we had James Link for Lowell and Will Sides for Gaylord. Link able to defend a 2-on-1 and turn it into a single leg of his own to secure the takedown. He goes on to win a close 5-2 decision. The 130-pounder saw John Henry Sosa for the Blue Devils take on Seth Streck for the Red Arrows. Sosa showing some athleticism with the defense. He jumps over Streck for a go-behind takedown. He would score a major decision, getting the Blue Devils on the board. In 135, Dawson Jankowski of Lowell took on Jacob Clemens. Late stages this one, and Jankowski shoots, grabs himself a double leg takedown, then he locks up a wing and a wrist, takes it for a near fall 3 to secure the major decision. Up in 140, Rico Brown for Gaylord took on Will Link for Lowell. Second period, and Link keeping his underhook, gets a reversal to score the first points in the match. Then starting off the third, Brown gets the escape, goes for a double leg that is well defended by Link. He's gonna flip it and get the takedown and near fall. Heading up to the 145-pound class, Austin Boone for Lowell did battle with Gaylord's Chase LaJoy. LaJoy goes for the single leg attack, but Boone defends it very well. And after a long scramble between the two, Boone finally able to secure the takedown. He throws a leg in and locks up a banana split for a 3 near fall, locks up another major decision for the Red Arrows. The 152-pounder saw James Fotis for Lowell take on Braden Gautreau. Fotis goes for a front headlock to a dresser dump, picks up a takedown. He went on to win the match by decision. The 160-pound class saw Caden Yoakum for the Blue Devils take on Doak Dean. And Dean would start off early, He'll hit a fireman's carry and maintain control to take the decision. Jacob Lee for Lowell and Aaron Kasuba met in 171, and Lee starts it off with a single leg takedown. And still in the first period, Lee will lock in a crossface cradle to get the pin. And Lowell goes on to win their 7th straight state title over previously undefeated Gaylord.
It never, ever, ever, ever gets old. It's what we work for. It's so much hard work. It's such a great year. So no, it doesn't. This is awesome. Can't explain the feeling.
I'm Lauren Plant, and it's time for Division I. 2 nationally ranked teams squaring off. Detroit Catholic Central meeting Davison in the championship finale. Catholic Central, ranked 5th in the country, going for a 4-peat in Division I. 119 weight class. The Shamrock freshman Dylan Gilcher up against Owen Payne. Gilcher finishes his single by coming out the back door for 2 points. He won his match 6-5. Davison was ranked 12th in the USA. It's been 14 years since they last hoisted state championship hardware. Senior Andrew Shamble going toe-to-toe with Caleb White. Last minute of the 3rd period, Shamble goes near side cradle and runs it over for the fall. Cards out in front. Next, battle in 130. Kyle White for Davison taking on TJ Bunn. Remaining moments of the 3rd, White hits the 360 for the takedown. We were tied. Into overtime we go. Early portion of the extra session, the sophomore White powers up on the single leg for the match-winning takedown. Davison up 9-3 after the first 3 matches. Back comes CC 135-pound weight class. The Missouri commit and 2-time undefeated state champ Josh Edmond in complete control against Evan Harriman. 12th takedown of the match to earn the tech fall over Harriman. 140, the junior all-state Shamrock Camden Trupp, 2nd period against Dominic Watson, goes dresser dump for the fall. Catholic Central gains another 6 points to gain the lead back 14-9. Next up, a great tussle at 145 between James Johnson of Davison and Mark Schaefer. The junior Johnson down 3-2. He goes headlock, doesn't convert, but somehow spins behind for the 2 with just a second remaining to get the win. Turn up. Now to a freshman v senior matchup in 152. Davison's Josh Barr lining up against Logan Sanum. The 9th grader, Barr, undefeated on the season, wins the scramble with a nice bottom leg cradle. Davison back in the lead, but the Shamrocks right back at 160. The Indiana commit and the senior Derek Gilcher taking on Jay Navizian. Breaks the cradle lock, gets the 1-point escape, goes on to win the match, giving the team 3 points, and CC now leading 17-15. Cardinals answer at 171. The freshman, Max Callahan, battling John Browning. Callahan hits the overtime shuck for the takedown, wins by decision. Davison back up a digit. So Detroit Catholic Central needed a couple of pins to seal up another title. The defending state champ Brendan Yatuma runs the hammerlock over for the fall against Jimmy Colley to improve his record to 38-1. And finally, heavyweights. The old Dominion recruit Steve Kolchev for CC against Tyler Jelinek. The defending individual state champ in this weight, Kolchev traps the hips, runs his opponent over for the fall. What a duel! Detroit Catholic Central does it again. They take down Davison to claim its 4th straight Division I state crown.
Feels amazing. Every year is just amazing to be a part of. It's hard to describe it. It's like a surreal feeling, so glad to be a part of the team. Glad to be a part of this tradition.
It feels amazing. You know, there's no other way to describe it. There's no words that come into play, you know, when you do something like this, you know, making history for the school. It's just, I'm speechless right now.
It's a great reward. Just happy with these guys, I really am. They did a great job. The staff we have is fantastic. Anthony Biondo and Bob Moreau, Sam Amin, Beasley, Steintreger, all of our guys, Mike Carrier do a fantastic work, so proud of our program.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. We highly encourage everybody, if you enjoy these programs, State Champs at the State Championships, please like, follow, subscribe, and share State Champs Michigan on all social media platforms. Also, please download our free State Champs app. You can find it on Apple and iOS platforms, and now on Roku TV and the Amazon Fire Stick. We love, again, doing these programs, so why don't we do another one? The individual wrestling state finals that take place at Ford Field, we'll have that show on the network as well. In the meantime, congratulations to all the state champions, and let's do it again next year.
State Champs at the State Finals, presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And the Detroit Medical Center. Do you have a sports injury, or are you just looking to take your game to the next level? Go where the pros go. Visit dmc.org/gamechangers.